What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and today we got to talk about Coach Prime and two of the things that's going on with his name. He's facing a little bit of backlash for two separate reasons, and the first, obviously, is the way he talked about his offensive line after Saturday's loss to UCLA. The argument is always going to the media after every game that you lose, talking about them is not going to make them want to block for your son even more. And Shedeur is praised to the point where he's saying, I know what he's going to do. He's going to do what he's going to do every single time, as if it's never his fault. And you know, these guys are like Michigan State transfers. They're transfers from different universities where they couldn't get on the field. So you know you don't have the top of the top. But there's no need to talk about them in that way every single game. And also, something happened to him at UCLA that happened while he was coaching at Jackson State, and people of color saying he didn't keep that same energy. Let's check it out.
Really do.
Coach, you mentioned the coaching aspect of it as well.
Yes, sir.
Specifically with the offensive line, I mean, what has to improve in that aspect besides from
The line has to improve. It ain't no aspect. The line has to improve.
Coach, we talked about run pass balance a lot.
Yeah.
I think it was up until that last drive, you had maybe 7 carries with running backs, you had like 34 passes.
Yeah.
How much of that is a struggle for you guys right now?
Well, it's a struggle to run the ball. It's a struggle to run the ball, and we got to figure that out, because now you're one-dimensional, and it's easy to stop a team when they're one-dimensional, and that's who we are at this point in time.
Could follow up on that? Could being able to commit to that, you talked about wanting
Commit to what?
Running the ball. Could that help?
I think we committed to it on a first down, and we was 2nd and 15. Those are the type of things you don't want to do and get behind the 8 ball. First downs are so vital. First downs are everything. I mean, first downs are, when we held them statistically on first downs, it was hard for them to move the ball as well. And when we're getting negative yards on first down, that's a tremendous loss. Because now you know you're going to throw the ball on second down, and they're calling their defenses pertaining to that loss.
I just asked that in terms of the big picture, trying to keep Shedeur upright, healthy, overall.
The big picture, you go get new linemen. That's the picture, and I'm going to paint it perfectly.
But, you know, he said, Coach Sanders says OLine has to improve, this is true. I'm with him on that. But when he said he got to go out and get more, he got to get new offensive linemen, and he going to paint the picture beautifully or something like that. See, that's where you're going to lose them. I'm telling you now. He made that comment like this to NFL or something, man. See, NFL players have an incentive, financial incentive. You don't play, go out and get somebody that will play. They'll play a little harder because the job's on the line. But you talking about young men who are not only not as physical matured as NFL players, but emotionally too. Tell you now, the offensive line, the most important position on the football field. You don't do anything without an O-line. You ain't running the ball, you ain't passing the ball, you ain't snapping the ball. You're not doing anything if you don't have an offensive line. And they'll quit on them. And I can tell you that, making comments like that, that's not gonna make offensive linemen want to block. It's not. Because what they thinking, they like. Because if they're playing like that and they're still starting, they know that Coach Sanders needs them. So if they start giving less than 100%, you think Shedeur Sanders and that offense got some problems now. Yeah, they got to play better. I'm pretty sure they know that. That's what you grade players for after games. But to go out and, like you talking to NFL players, they got to go out and get new offensive linemen. Bro, you still got a lot of season left.
I didn't really want to highlight too many other people other than Doc Holliday, because he gave him the criticism, but he also gave him the praise and gave him kudos on the things that was right. This was fair criticism. This is what coaches need to get better, and he should take heed to this. But we're going to look at later him trying to come at Doc Holliday on Twitter because of something else he called him out about. And moving right along, that's a nice transition into what we got to talk about next. So remember when things were stolen from Deion Sanders and he said this at Jackson State?
Start off by saying God bless you, appreciate you and everything. I'm pissed off right now because I had mixed emotions. We won, the kids played really well, While the game was going on, somebody came in and stole every darn thing I had in my locker room.
Oh
The
my
coach's
God.
office.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Credit cards, wallet, watches. Thank God I had on my necklaces. How?
Oh, mercy.
So when I talk about quality, raising standards, that goes for everyone, man. Not just the people on the field, not just the coaches, not just the teachers, not just the faculty, but that's everybody, security in everybody.
So now there's a viral clip on Deion Sanders Jr.'s channel that's showing, that the jewelry was stolen from players at UCLA, and people are coming at Coach Prime for saying that he's not keeping that same energy that he had whenever something was, when he thought it was taken at Jackson State, it actually turned out not to be taken, it just misplaced. And so he went up there right after the game and said that, and they're saying that if the players wouldn't have said anything, then no one would really know that this happened at a prestigious program like UCLA, and they getting on them about it. I'm gonna show you this lady, a representative for Jackson State. She always speaking big for her alma mater. She was saying that she's not gonna accept anything less than this energy that Prime had for Jackson State when he's addressing UCLA. Also, Doc Holliday spoke on this too. Let's check it out.
Hey, Deion, Coach Prime, you may see this, you may not, but I don't know if it's a question, but I remember when you went off, when you were coaching at Jackson State, when you said somebody stole all your stuff out of the coach's locker room, and you pretty much lambasted the university, lambasted the city, and how could that happen? Seemed to be pretty peed off, and seemed to be going at the school and the university pretty hard, and the football program pretty hard at Jackson State. Now, according to reports, the same thing just happened at the Rose Bowl when y'all were playing UCLA. So really need to see that same kind of energy and that same kind of outrage that you were showing when you were at Jackson State.
So then Coach Prime clapped back. He said, "My brother, move on with your life. I have, and I'm too blessed to be stressed with yesterday's inconsistencies. You're talking about two whole different circumstances. God bless you because he's sure blessing me." And so Doc Holliday responded to that because a lot of people was coming at him on Twitter. A lot of people that defend everything Coach Prime says was coming at him. And this is what he had to say back.
Groupies, fans, enthusiasts, loyalists, I understand, I get it. Y'all jump to his defense because I posed the question to him. But what y'all don't understand is that all the disparaging remarks y'all make about me and everything that you say, I don't get into the name calling on social media, but you are entitled to your opinion, and just like I'm entitled to mine, you know what I'm saying? But if y'all go through and look, if you all will see videos and posts where I defended Coach Prime and his son and Shador, but I still pose the question. Your players say their stuff got stolen and robbed at UCLA. And you should have came out and went off and had that same energy when you thought your stuff got robbed at Jackson State, when it didn't get robbed. A very professional and considerate staff member of yours at Jackson State moved your stuff and placed it somewhere secure. But you didn't try to find that out before you went to the media to push the narrative about Jackson State being unprofessional and they're stealing and doing all this. That's the kind of stuff you talk about when you talk about elevating the program, when your stuff didn't get stolen. Now people say, where's the difference? He was at home, he was on the road. No, stuff gets stolen, your stuff gets stolen. I play football, I'd be just as mad if my stuff got stolen at a road game than I would at home.
Okay, let me address this. Our kids got robbed during the game last week. I think that's a travesty, and I would expect the NCAA to do something about that. These are college kids. I'm pretty sure they don't think about insurance at this point in this juncture in their life. We've we've talked about NILs and how to really maintain their finances. We've pretty much given them financial planners and given them the resources for that. But the insurance part of it, we slipped, and we didn't really educate them on that. So I wish, I know the kids would be forthright in what was stolen, and some of our just staff members as well. And now all that stuff should be replaced. This is the Rose Bowl. They said the granddaddy of them all, right? I'm sure granddaddy has some money. Grandpa should have some money to get these kids. I'm gonna have a list made out from these young men, and I know they're gonna be truthful about what they lost, so we could try to get that back for them. They may not be able to get the items back, but we should be able to reimburse them. That was unbelievable. But I did hear that the home team was robbed as well. So I don't know, but I did hear that. But that don't make no sense when you're out there balling and playing your heart out and you're getting robbed in the same aspect. So I hope we could do something about that NCAA. You do something about everything else. Do something about that. When it comes to kids, in regards to the kids, NCAA, you do something about everything else. Do something about this one.
So yeah, I got Doc Holliday's and all of his clips. Go follow him and check out all his videos. He does a great job covering the Memphis Grizzlies, Memphis sports in general, and overall sports, right? He talks about the personalities, what's going on in the game and different things. So go check him out, man. But I just want to highlight that as a brief summary of some of the backlash Deion Sanders is facing right now. He has to remember that, you know, he had a lot of kids go in the portal, and these guys that transferred to him is who he brought in. Obviously, it wasn't the cream of the crop all across the board, and it was kind of last minute, so I get that. And yes, it's true, he does have to get more linemen. We all kind of know that, but while these guys are playing for you and they're giving their maximum effort, you don't want to give them any reason not to, especially the guys that's not going to graduate this year. What incentive do the kids that are coming back next year have if they know they're being replaced? Like, it's not even up for debate. You're going to go out and get new linemen, and you're saying it in public, right? It's inevitable sometimes when certain talents come in that you're going to get replaced for sure, but you don't want to say that mid-season and Shadour's already taking this many hits, because you need them. You need those guys, man. You may even have to try some guys that ain't playing. You know, sometimes as a coach, maybe we saw it the wrong way. Try everybody that you can, you know, and see what combinations work, because at the end of the day, this position is needed, and this is who you have to go to war with you each and every week. And I thought Holliday made some great points about this not making them want to block for Shadour more. Like, this is crazy, man. Yeah, so I actually had to come back and modify this video as Coach Prime just spoke on the theft, and he had a lot to say, and he said the NCAA should get involved and at least replace these guys' items, or not really their items, but replace it in monetary means, you know, give them their money back based off what they said they had taken, because they didn't cover their bases with insurance and everything. So, and he was forthcoming about that. So it's only fair to get his side out. Let's check it out.
Okay, let me address this. You know, our kids got robbed during the game last week. I think that's a travesty, and I would expect the NCAA to do something about that. These are college kids. I'm pretty sure they don't think about insurance at this point in this juncture in their life. We've talked about NILs and how to really maintain their finances. We've pretty much given them financial planners and given them the resources for that. But the insurance part of it, we slipped, and we didn't really educate them on that. So I wish, I know the kids would be forthright in what was stolen, and some of our just staff members as well. And now all that stuff should be replaced. This is the Rose Bowl. They said the granddaddy of them all, right? I'm sure granddaddy has some money. Grandpa should have some money to get these kids. I'm gonna have a list made out from these young men, and I know they're gonna be truthful about what they lost, so we could try to get that back for them. They may not be able to get the items back, but we should be able to reimburse them. That was unbelievable. But I did hear that the home team was robbed as well. So I don't know, but I did hear that. But that don't make no sense when you're out there balling and playing your heart out and you're getting robbed in the same aspect. So I hope we could do something about that NCAA. You do something about everything else. Do something about that. When it comes to kids, in regards to the kids, NCAA, you do something about everything else. Do something about this one.